If you've ever started to declutter your home and wound up with a giant bomb mess, then hi, welcome. That was my problem also. Today we're going to talk about the best ways to declutter your home without making a bigger mess and wanting to run away and just burn it all down. We're going to start strong here, friends, because these first one probably helped me out the most. And that is the idea of declutter a container, not a category. And I know a lot of us have been told to take everything out of our closet or take all of the Christmas decorations out at one time and then start to declutter them, see how much you have. And while that has a place and a time, and it is important to see the amount, the volume you have, when you are starting to declutter, girl, that can be so stinking overwhelming, and then you want to run. There's a beeping outside. Sorry, distracted squirrel. Anywho, so what I like to do is I started doing a container instead of a category. And that can be a drawer, that can be a box, that can be the one basket that's been really bothering you lately. A container allows you to finish that one thing and walk away, and you don't have more mess. Another great thing about starting with a container instead of a category is that it gives you a boundary where you do not start pulling everything out in the entire room. You start with one boundary at a time. And that is really important, especially if you are just starting, or if you're like me and you get really easily overwhelmed when you start to declutter and things just start to spiral, right? And we get overwhelmed. If you are like that, and that's why you're here, then categories help you to create the boundary that you need where the room can still maintain looking pretty clutter-free while you are actually decluttering. I'm going to be going through this bin right here of Christmas stuff before I put it out and just see if there's anything that's ready to go and not be put out this year or not working or broken. And as I'm going through that, it really helps my brain to know that, one, I only have this one thing to do today, this one box that I need to be decluttering, but also that everything isn't just spread out everywhere and then you feel overwhelmed because you know now you have to deal with all of these things and you have to find a home for them. Setting yourself up with just one container means that you can maintain your energy and your motivation. And when that one container is done, you feel successful as opposed to feeling overwhelmed and like now you have to deal with all of this crazy mess, right? If you are new here, my name is Becky Truda, and I have been decluttering over the past 6 years because I just hit a crazy breaking point and I knew that something had to change. And that's where these rules have really come into place over the past 6 years of learning from all these wonderful people on the internet and testing out what has worked for me. Definitely something I overlooked while I was beginning my big declutters over the years was that I didn't think about how the outside, the rest of the room, looked before I started decluttering. And so, of course, I would feel extremely overwhelmed because the whole room would be a hot mess and then I would start to pull things out. So a great thing, as you can kind of see around this room, is to start with 90% of the room being clutter-free to start with. So before you even pull out the container, I want you to think about the room that you're in and assess what are the things that are out of place that I can quickly put away before I begin my declutter. It is extremely important for our brains to be able to function on one thing at a time, one activity at a time. And when we have a ton of clutter out and we're constantly looking at all these different things, it is hard to focus on decluttering because we are distracted. Our eyes are not focused on the task at hand. Whatever room that you happen to be in, I would do a quick cleanup of the area that you are about to declutter in. You can move a few things around. Like I moved our table out of the way so that I could be on the floor doing this, but everything else is put away and out of my reach so that I can work on this one thing at a time and focus and get it done without feeling like I'm distracted by I have to go fold the blankets or I have to go put my coffee away or whatever. Everything feels pretty good in here. And it's crazy how distracted we can become very quickly when we see a bunch of clutter out. if you are easily overwhelmed as you are decluttering, another thing I definitely recommend that you try is to set some timers. There is so many reasons why I think timers work for us people that get overwhelmed by decluttering. But one of the big ones is that it sets an end point for you to be done. It's an end point for you to put everything back or away or get rid of it. It's that trigger our brain needs to hear that we have been successful. So as you are decluttering today, picking your one container and your room is now clean, go ahead and set that 10-minute timer. And the rule is that the container that you are picking today, it cannot take you longer than 10 minutes to declutter it. And if it does, then after that 10 minutes, you get to reassess whether you are still energized and ready to keep going, or are you done? And everything that you have taken out and you're ready to declutter, everything that needs to be staying and put back in the container, you can do that right at the moment when the timer goes off, and then you are done. You don't need to worry about any excess that might still be in there. You get to save that for another day, or you can go ahead and set yourself another timer and keep going. But that gets to be completely up to you. You get that dopamine hit, you know what I mean? That you have been successful without feeling overwhelmed by all of the chaos. I'm doing this box of holiday decor today. This is the only container that I'm going to declutter today. It's within my 10-minute boundary. And while I'm doing it, another great thing to think about to stop the overwhelm of the chaos is to think about only doing 3 piles. I know sometimes we can overcomplicate decluttering because we want to have all of these bags and all of this piles so that everything is perfectly ready for us as we get rid of it, right? But having a million piles slows you down. Having a million piles can be really overwhelming when you're done. So what I recommend to stop the overwhelm is to just have 3 piles: a keep pile, a trash pile, and a relocate pile. Whether that is you need to relocate it to another room, you need to relocate it out of your house. A relocate pile that you can deal with when you are done, or if you need to have a different time for it, you can put all of those things into a basket or a bag and put it out of your way until you are able or have the energy or motivation to put those things away. Having only 3 piles has helped me to make decisions a lot faster and to just generally move a lot faster because I'm not having to rethink where all of these things should go. It keeps everything really, really simple. Let's see what treasures we have in here. I think this is Jordan and I's first Christmas. And then I think this is when we went on our Italy trip last year. Or no, the year before that. So cute. We love to get special ornaments when we go on our trips. That's like one of the things that we end up getting. I used to get t-shirts and things for everybody when I brought them back, and I just realized that an ornament is fun because my daughter really enjoys it and we enjoy looking at it and remembering back when we went on these trips. And they're small, they're easy to take with you. And the only other thing I ever get is maybe a postcard, because that's what I like to use as my decor around my house, is basically pictures that we've taken or postcards that we've gotten from our different travels. Let me know what you guys like to get from when you go on trips, but we definitely try to keep it small and simple because we only ever take carry-ons. We don't ever pay for luggage outside of that because we usually are just carrying it on our back anyway. All right, so I am almost done. You can see this box is just about empty with a few ornaments. So I think my timer is also almost up, so that worked out really well. I'm gonna go through these last, 10 to 15 ornaments and just see if we wanna keep them, if they're broken, need to be fixed. Oh my goodness, you look so crooked. There we go. If they're broken, need to be fixed, things like that. I have a trash pile. I have a pile of things that I'm going to declutter out of my house, so they need to be relocated somewhere else. And then the ornaments I'm gonna put back in this box because very soon we're gonna be decorating our tree. So we're gonna need them out anyway very soon, but it's nice just to see what we have and be able to get rid of the excess before we get started. Is he not the cutest thing ever? I think this is one of Jordan's from when he was little. If you are enjoying this, then please come and join us here on Anomalies by subscribing. And also, if you're already decluttering and organizing with us, then throw a heart emoji down below because we all like to know we are not alone on this crazy journey. Okay, so as we are finishing up these last few things, I just want you to end your 10-minute timer when it goes off and do a little victory lap. Put everything that needs to go back in the container, Put everything that is trash in a trash bag and throw it away. And if you have a relocate bag, put everything in that bag or the container, or better yet, if you have time and energy, go put it away or put the bag in your car if it's stuff to declutter. You are gonna feel so much better once your victory lap is done, that your room is back and reset. And guess what? The bonus is that you've already done 90% of the cleaning in this room before you even got started. So the room is already going to be reset and ready for you to take on the day. Wow, it still works. That's amazing. This is actually a bag of toys that my daughter has decided to declutter before Christmas comes so she can give it to people in need. And that's where I'm going to just add these 2 stockings in. This bag's going to be full and ready to go to my car. Full bags are like the best feeling in the world, right? You get me. All right, friends, so I am done and the room is back reset and looks great, ready for life to happen again. I hope that you've gained a few ideas from this on how to stop the chaos and the overwhelm and to be able to declutter confidently your home and feel like you've been accomplished at the end of it. And if you have enjoyed this, then watch one of these videos right here, and I wish you guys all the very best.